Hola amigos y amigas, bienvenidos to your video tutorial of another super exciting grammar topic, in this case called Perífrasis verbales. Sounds like a medical condition, but it's not too bad, don't worry. I put here something that it helped me, understand this, and maybe it helps you, which is 1 plus 2 does not equal 3, but 5. I'm not so bad at maths, but I am going to explain what I meant with this. So it means, perífrasis verbal basically means when you bring together two different verbs that in their combination together change the meaning of each of the verbs slightly or drastically, right? So when you do 1 plus 2 is not the expected result 3, but it's 5 or 7 or 10, etc. You have already seen for sure some perífrasis verbales, maybe you didn't know the medical condition name, but let's look at one that I'm pretty sure you know, which is hay que estudiar, right? So we have the construction I with the verb hay que, and then the verb in infinitive estudiar. If we were to translate separately, it would be hay que is there is, there are, y estudiar to study, right? But it doesn't translate to there is to study or there are to study, right? That's a little bit weird. So this one becomes one has to study, right? So again, in the combination of the two parts of the structure, the meaning changes quite a lot in this case, right? So we're going to see two different constructions of perífrasis with gerundio, which is the ing, and with infinitivo, which is the to do something, right? These ones that we're going to see today mostly are used to express time, right? Length of actions that have been done or haven't been done. So they are quite useful actually. Probably you've seen some of them, but we're going to put them all together in this video so you know exactly how to use them, right? These are just some examples, of course. There's other tenses that you can use to build these constructions, other, meanings, of course, but it's important that you know how they work and especially what the combination of the two verbs are expressing, right? So let's start with the gerundio here, which we have only two cases, okay? So we have the verb llevar plus ando or yendo, which are the ing endings for AR verbs and for IR verbs, as you already know. So I put just as an example, llevo 3 meses estudiando español, right? So you probably know that the verb llevar means to carry. Would be super weird to say, I carry 3 months learning Spanish, like a pregnancy, right? No, so the combination of llevar plus the gerundio means to have been doing something for a length of time, right? So I have been studying Spanish for 3 months. That's what that combination means. The 3 meses doesn't have to be between these two guys. You can say llevo estudiando 3 meses español or llevo estudiando español 3 meses. That, the bits and pieces can change a little bit of positioning, but the meaning is to have been doing something for a period of time. Okay? Muy bien. The next one with the seguir plus the gerundio. Seguir means to follow or, to continue. The change here is not as radical, but it becomes something slightly different. So I put an example again, sigues estudiando español, right? So seguir plus ing means to continue to do something, right? This describes again the length of time that you've been doing something, and this is more, are you still doing that thing, right? So are you still studying Spanish or do you continue to study Spanish, right? That's the meaning here. Bien? See? Vale. Okay, we go over here and the constructions with infinitivo, not gerundio, right? So we have a bit more here. Again, to express mostly constructions with time in this case. So we have llevar, again, but in this case, muy importante, with sin, which means without, plus the infinitive. And the example I use here is, llevas sin comer una semana, right? So this is even weirder. It's not like to carry without something. So if that was the case, it would be, you carry without eating 1 week. It's a little bit weird, right? Although it kind of links the meaning, but llevar sin plus infinitive means to have not done something for a length of time, right? So it's pretty much the opposite of this one, which is sin. So you have not eaten for a week, okay? So for a whole week, you have not eaten. So that's what that expresses. We have here another one with infinitivo, acabar de plus infinitivo, right? So acaban de ver la película. Acabar is to finish, so in this case, slightly similar, but again changes a bit. So this means they have just watched the film. So acabar de means to have just done something, right? Like you finish something and it's the moment when you have just done it, right? So I can say, I have just explained this to you. Acabo de explicarles esto, right? Very, very useful one. Empezar a plus infinitivo. Again, I'm using here, for example, an example in the past tense. So, empecé a aprender el subjuntivo. This one doesn't change as much the meaning. That means I started to learn the subjunctive, right? So, to start to do something. Right, so volver a plus infinitivo. Again, I put an example in the past tense just to mix it up a little bit. Volviste a hacer dieta. Alright? So this one again is slightly different, but it's kind of similar because volver a is to return, right? Volver to return. So this is to do something again, right? So to return to do something in a way. So this translates to, did you start doing a diet again? Okay? Right, so that's that. Then we have the dejar de plus infinitivo, dejó de hacer los deberes, right? So dejar again doesn't mean literally here to drop, but it kind of relates. It's slightly similar. So dejó de hacer los deberes, it means he stopped doing the homework, right? Don't do that. He stopped doing the homework. And here, the last one, we have estar a punto de plus infinitive, right? And estás a punto de viajar. You are about to travel, right? So, estar a punto de means to be about to do something, right? This one is kind of like the opposite of that, ¿no? Acabar de, to have just done something. Estar a punto de, to be about to do something, right? Estás a punto de viajar. Right, so these are some of the perífrasis, guys. There's many more, that's the good news. But these ones we feel are quite useful because you many times are going to want to express time, and this is the correct way to do it. One thing to notice here is that, as you saw in the translation, which I hope is mostly correct, the translation that I did of this perífrasis over here, I used a lot of the ing, which is the gerundio, right, in English. But we, in the construction here, we don't use as much ing as you would want to use in English, right? So it's important to separate and start thinking of that construction correctly and not just translating from English because, you know, that's not the fun part. Okay, thank you for watching, and as usual, keep practicing and enjoy a lot. Bye-bye.